What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another sports video. Welcome back to my channel. What's up? I've been gone for so long. Missed the whole college football season. Missed the whole NFL season. And I wanted to make videos. And I was inspired to. But I don't know. It was just something that was keeping me back from really uploading to you guys. Lots been going on. A lot. But, you know, people gonna make it through it. You feel me? So, yeah. I know this is late. This is like last Saturday, Sunday. And I could talk about the whole college season, how my Wolverines won the Big Ten championship, go blue. You know, talk about how Matthew Stafford won his first ring with the Rams for his first year as a Rams QB. Basically, he did the same thing Brady did. Went to the Rams, or went to a team that was hosting a Super Bowl and won. But of course, nobody's going to bring it up. And I'm not saying because, Brady took all his spotlight, but because it's been done already. So he became the second player to win a Super Bowl with the home team, or with the team that's hosting the Super Bowl. Brady did it first. Matthew Stafford did it secondly, the next year after that. But all in all, congratulations, Matthew Stafford. You know, you proved to everybody that you wasn't a cancer in Detroit, as I knew you were. If you go back to all my videos, I always speak of Matthew Stafford highly. Every time I talk about the Lions, I speak of him highly on how he can get us there, but we just need more weapons. Nobody believed me. And once he had weapons, Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham, you know, he had a Sony Michel, a Tyler Higbee, even though he didn't play in the Super Bowl. But most importantly, he had a defense. Matthew Stafford also had a offense. And, you know, Detroit, he had Calvin Johnson at one point in time, along with Theo Riddick, along with a Golden Tate, along with Amir Abdullah, a Joique Bell, a Brandon Pettigrew. You know, he had a lot of weapons. He had a defense as well 1 year, maybe 2 years out of the 9 years he been there, 12 years. But he hasn't, you know, had the defense like the Rams had, with the potential greatest defensive player of all time in Aaron Donald, which I don't think he truly is. He's great, but I don't think he outshines all the future, all the older cats like a Ray Lewis. I don't think he outshines a Lawrence Taylor. I don't think he outshines a Michael Strahan. You know, even though they didn't do the stuff that he did in his time in 9 years for him, they still was impacting the game and had, you know, a lot of finesse to him. But no shame to Aaron Donald. You know, he got himself Defensive Player of the Years, sacks leader. You know, could potentially go down as the greatest player to play D-line, and also got him a ring to seal the deal. He can really retire and state his Hall of Fame career, but yeah, just saying that I always spoke highly of Matthew Stafford, but I'm already 4 minutes in. I wasn't here to talk about them or Matthew Stafford. I was here to talk about how he lost a football companion, a brother. Didn't know him, but, you know, my team played against him 2 years out of the years he been there. Dwayne Haskins. As you might know, that he was a Pittsburgh Steelers QB, potentially to be the starter. He had a whole QB competition coming up with Mitch Trubisky, to see who's going to be the starter. As you know, he's from Ohio State University. One of the greatest QBs I have seen at Ohio State. And I don't watch Ohio State that much, but when we do go against us, he showed up and showed out. He made our defense look like they were suspect. Even though we were number one at that year, he showed everybody that this is the defense y'all was worried about. They're not covering my receivers one-on-one. So I'm going to show y'all why they can't cover my receivers one-on-one. And he showed us just that. Didn't get sacked not once that game. Shout out to his O-line, but yeah, Dwayne Haskins. Only 24 years old. Only 24 years old. Didn't even begin life yet. And I say that because I'm 24 years old. So same age as me. And left behind. Not purposely, but is leaving behind a daughter or a son, but a child. I think it's a daughter, his daughter, and his wife. I might come on here and talk a lot of stuff about Ohio State and about the people that went there. But I would never, ever wish death on none of those players or none of the fans that root for Ohio State or play for Ohio State. That's just not me. And the fact that this man was getting his feet wet in the NFL, potential to be a star, didn't get to show people his capabilities as of yet before that tragedy struck. And a lot of people was on his downfall like, oh, he's not great, this, that. But for some people, it would take a few years. If he would have got a chance with the Pittsburgh Steelers this upcoming year, he would have showed people why he was the top 15 pick. I don't care what school you represent, what team you represent. I don't care if that person is on a rival school. You should never, ever wish any type of harm due to those players or fans. Now, it is some people that do that. But I say that because I say life is too short. And even though there has been some people that lived 100 years or over 100 years, that 100 years gone like that. If you're born in the 90s, you're just born and your grandmother might be already halfway through her life, might be on their 50s. Your great-grandmother or great-grandparents, if you're blessed enough to see them while you're growing up, they might be already in their 80s. And my heart saddens for that man's family because he is just a newlywed, and I believe a new father. Didn't even become, into his child's life yet. And to have his life taken away, it saddens my heart because it's just like, not saying the dump trunk mean to do it, but where was you at, or how fast were you going to hit a man, And it's just like, I don't want to blame him, but it's just one of those things, like, how fast were you going? A lot of these trucks, whether it's a dump truck, a garbage truck, they don't care for real about other people's lives. As long as they get there, they don't care. And it's just sad that his death was so sudden. Because everybody was so excited about the QB competition in Pittsburgh. Big Ben retired, and it was just like, okay, it's time for a new QB. But I'm just here to say that life is too short to be, down in the dumps or to be hateful towards another man, depending on who they represent and what they represent. Like I said, I didn't like Ohio State. Never will like Ohio State. I'm a Michigan fan. Why would I like Ohio State? But I would never wish or hope that anything would happen to a coach a player, a student, or a future student that's growing up that's at the game or that represents them or that wear their brand. I would never, ever do that. The man was about to be a great. He was about to be something special. He had his chance on some other squads, but hey, sometimes you just don't fit into their scheme. But to say that he was a bust, I wouldn't say that. He was just coming into his own, you know. And even if he didn't make it, he was still happy. He had his family, you know. Nothing more important to a man than his family. You can ask any man. I don't care if they play football and they make the top money. If they was to say if they want to retire right now, they would. But they can't miss out an opportunity to provide for their family. It's all about family for us men. And I know whether he started or not, he was still in the NFL. So obviously he's good enough to be in there. He didn't get cut by any other team and not get picked up for a reason. He's getting picked up because he has that potential. But even if he didn't play another game of football in his life, he still was set. He still probably wouldn't care. That's just how he is. He probably wouldn't care. Because he got family. He got his own little family. And to have that taken away from him is just like, man. It makes you think like, you, like us that's 24 years old and up, and even the ones that's going into their 20s, just have to think like, not every opportunity is going to last. Make the best of it. Like, there's a lot of people that want to run around here, be all fine and dandy, that's cool and all, and want to do their own thing, but ain't nothing more important than family. That's just a little thing that I could say. A lot of people that's coming out of college has already got their families and getting married. Need to be on the same stuff. Because that will make you more happy than money can ever provide for you. Because you have a wife and kids at your back to support you. Best thing a man could ever have. With all that said, rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins, one of the Ohio State GOATs. Have broken the record in passing yardage for that year. The man was a charming young man. He was a happy young man. He was a man that really was humble. Never talked trash. Intelligent. Heart goes out to all his family, his wife, his kid. Praying that they're doing better or will be on their way to doing better. I know they're still grieving because it's been a week, so it's kind of too fast for them to get over it. But in the future, pray that all this will bypass them and they can, move on and accept what has happened and that they just get better. Want more videos like this, more sports videos, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.